Lawyers. Welcome back to The Story Is.
Of course, thanks for having me, Alex.
First responders, who does that help? Sort of what's the big takeaway from them on the stand?
Alex, it typically helps the prosecution, and normally that's how prosecutors start murder cases. In this particular case, though, out of sympathy and respect for Patrick, who's the victim here, the judge allowed him to testify first. For both the prosecution and the defense, he said, you know what? I'm not going to make this poor, grieving father testify more than once. So he really laid the scene, but the first responders, they corroborated what he said. So obviously, Patrick came home, he saw his wife jump out of a two-story building, her neck and her wrists slashed. He didn't know his children were dead. She just told him that they're in the basement. And then when he went there, the most horrific scene, they had been choked with exercise bands, and he yelled to them, they won't wake up. They can't get up. It was terrible. One of the most heart-wrenching testimonies that I've ever seen as a prosecutor.
I mean, I can't even imagine that reality for him and everything that went through his mind. So in terms of the big picture, sort of where are we at on this case a few days into it?
So it's a lack of criminal responsibility case, which in other states, it's an insanity defense. That's what they call it in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And typically, these have a very, very small chance of success. But in this particular case, I think the defense has a shot. Not a great shot, but a shot. This is why. Obviously, she tried to commit suicide, but there's a pretty well-documented history of mental health issues. She checked herself into a psychiatric facility. She committed this heinous murder, which is not in dispute, 19 days after she was released, and she was on 12 different prescription medications at different points. So I think the defense has a shot here where they normally don't when it comes to insanity or criminal responsibility.
Meanwhile, another case making headlines in Georgia. It's the first of its kind. I want to put this up on the screen from the CNN.com headline. Father of Georgia school shooter sentenced to 15 years in prison in landmark murder case. So the son, Colt Gray, killed 4 people in 2024 in a school shooting. His father sentenced to 15 years in prison today. The argument being that he bought the son a gun, he left it unsupervised, and he knew that the son may be at risk. Here's what some folks said in the courtroom during the victim statements today.
He is a complete failure of a father. He made a choice to buy that rifle. He made a choice to ignore every red flag. And because of his choices, my little brother Christian and 3 others, Mason, Coach Aspinwall, and Ms. Ermi are gone. And so many others will carry permanent scars for the rest of their lives.
This case now being appealed. This is something being watched around the country because this could set a standard.
Oh, no question. Today was a first, really unprecedented. And for the first time in American history, Alex, a parent was held responsible for murder for a school shooting committed by their children. There have been other manslaughter cases, but this was a second-degree murder case, and this is why. There was plenty of evidence that Colt, the son, had significant mental health issues. He was obsessed with school shooters. Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland school shooter, of course, the worst school shooting in American history. Notwithstanding this, his father, for Christmas, bought him a high-powered rifle. That rifle was used months later to commit the Appalachia High school shooting. So the prosecutors, they took a very aggressive stance, and they made a really creative argument. It's going to be interesting to see if it stands up on appeal, because for murder, unlike manslaughter, you need to show intent or malicious mind. And in this particular case, the argument was that Colin Gray put his child in danger, and because he put a firearm in the hands of a mentally unwell child, that child could have killed himself. Now, he ended up killing other children and teachers, but by doing so, because of that child endangerment under Georgia law, it constitutes murder. I think it may get overturned on appeal, but if not, I think we're going to start seeing other prosecutors take similar cases against parents whose children are involved in these mass shootings.
And we should see if that issue ends up in the Supreme Court eventually. It's the kind of issue that certainly could. Former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani, thank you so much for breaking all that down for us.